We're going to be winterizing this bass tracker. Put some fuel stabilizer in it before we took it off the lake. So it got ran through the motor. So that's good. Alright, so this self-drains if you got it all the way in the down position for the most part. We got our fogging oil. We drained our live wells. Pulled the drain plug out of the back of the boat. Down here. See, we got some water out of it. Tipped it up so everything would drain. Had a little snow on it. Be alright. Alright, so we're going to start her up and run fogging oil through the intake here. Let's do it. Looks like she's a little low on power, maybe. We'll just give her a little help out here. A little help. I think she might be out of gas, guys. Amazing. This is my own boat, so I don't care. Just let that suck a little bit in. That'll do. Yeah, I kind of timed it out so that I was pretty much out of gas when I brought it in. I knew I was pushing it. I had a gas can on the boat because I thought I might run out of gas. It's going across a pretty big lake. So what we're gonna do now is take the spark plugs out. And we're gonna want, I think, a 13/16 for these spark plugs. And put fogging oil right on the cylinders. So we're going to spray fogging oil right down the cylinders. And then when you store this boat, make sure you got the engine down, keeps all the water out. Store it with the motor in the downward position. And then when we park it under the carport, we're going to disconnect the battery, bring it inside for the winter. So we got our spray fogging oil. I'm going to spray it right in the cylinders here. I need to get a little straw going. That way we can shoot it right down in there. There we go. With a little bit on the spark plugs. We're gonna put them back in, I'll just crank it over one time real quick. That fog and oil will work its way onto the piston rings. And she will be good to put away for the winter. All right, there's one more thing to check, which is going to be our gear oil on the lower unit. Right down here we have our drain plug right here, little flathead, and we want to check to make sure that that oil is not milky at all. We'll tighten up our spark plugs. Normally I run the fog and oil through the intake until it dies. And that's what we want to do. But it'll be fine just putting it right in the cylinders. It's my own boat. I know she'll be fine. Go, spark plug wires back on. Good to put our top back on. Bada boom. We'll lift her up. Drain plugs out. We'll put that in a compartment, put back in the spring. Now there's a handy screwdriver you can get. You can buy these sets pretty cheap. It's an impact screwdriver. A lot of times these drain plugs will be on there extremely tight. We want to make sure there's no water down there in the gear. We'll put, this one has a flathead. And we'll grab a little hammer. Go right on this screw. And give it a little tap. We'll go with the bigger bit. Doesn't want to come off. And that's how it goes with these. They get on there really tight. Go a little fatter. Here's the top one. It doesn't want to come off. Let's try the bottom one. There we go. The bottom one cracked free for us. Let's see if you guys can see this. The bottom one came free. We'll put our oil bucket underneath of it just in case we drip too much on accident. Fluid's looking very good. It's not looking all milky. I used the greenish blue fluid and it's still blue. It's not all milky and nasty. So we're good to go on that. Tighten that back up. A lot of times fishing line will get around these props and that's what'll take out your seal. Using this as a flashlight. So everything's looking good. Got the fuel stabilizer ran through it. Everything's fogged. Lower unit oil is looking good. I cleaned everything out, got all the water out of the live wells, drained those. And yeah, time to put the cover on it. Put it on the carport. Put the motor down. Take the battery out, bring it inside. And we'll see her next year.